Welcome to the Impactful Engineer Project. I'm Steve Maxey, and with my co-host and brother Jake, we are here to bring you guidance, fresh ideas, and the tools to help you become an impactful engineer. Right? And that's more what is possible. And so I am being competitive and I can see someone else being successful and I can go, if they can do it, I can fucking do it too. And I'm going to do it better. So it's just kind of a concept that
that's a great
heard and I really like it.
Yeah, me too, man. I love adding frames of mind and perspective ammo to the belt.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good one. So you called it comparative energy and competitive energy.
Yeah. So you can either have comparative energy, as a state of energy, right? Or state of mind, or competitive energy.
Because we're going to see other people no matter what. That's the baseline. We are going to see other people and their success, quote unquote. And whether we fully understand it or to what degree they have success or how they got there, we still exposed to it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so then you have these frames to take.
Exactly. So, if you see anyone out in the world that has a level of success that is higher than what you are at,
whatever that means to you.
Yeah. Whatever that means to you, and whatever season of life you or they are in, or, how much work ahead of time that they put in to get there, it doesn't matter. Right. You're either going to be comparing yourself and saying that level of success is unobtainable for me, or you're going to be seeing it in a competitive mindset and be like, if they got there, I can get there, and that's when you can ask the questions. Okay, what season are they in? Are they 5 years in the industry? I'm only a year in. Okay, where were they at 1 year? Am I further ahead than they were? Am I, so you can start shifting that focus and being able to, like, I can do it too, and I will do it, and I will beat them.
That's
at their own game.
Better. That's a much more useful way to look at it, for sure.
Yeah.
And then what I think about it is I can start asking the questions about what to do to get the same result. So if they can do it, I can too. Therefore, what do I do in the meantime while I get there? And those are going to be the things that, you can mimic. If you're working for a company that has that person in it, you can do what they do and figure out what are the steps that they take and what do they do as daily actions, and then just do way more.
I mean, that's
so that you can catch up to them.
Yep.
Like, it just opens the whole door. If you look at them and you say they went to a better school, they had more money, they were raised in a different environment, insert whatever disadvantage or excuse or whatever that they did not have that you have, which makes it possible for them to be better than you. Instead of having that discussion with yourself, you can be asking better questions and getting to the point where you are on the right track and consistently doing the things that you need to do to get there. Yeah. And you can't even think about that until you adopt that mindset.
Yeah. And because you're shifting towards a competitive nature, you're not just going to want to get to where they are. You're going to want to beat them big time. Right. And so you're going to look at, okay, yeah, they're super successful, but what are they doing wrong? And how can I use that to my advantage? Because now I can do that thing right and get ahead and get further and faster than where they are. Right. And you're not trying to downplay their success or trying to sabotage their success or anything like that. What you're doing is you're identifying areas where you can even have a further mark of success than they do, because you're competitive, right? Because you want to win.
And you have a front row seat too.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's someone in your company. You'll get caught looking at people that are way outside your scope. And how can you even know anything about what makes them successful? You can't. If you're looking at someone that you consider to be the top of the top, and if you're a business person, you're looking at big ass entrepreneurs, right? It's like, you don't know who they are, like not even close. You could spend years with someone and not know them at a level that explains why they do what they do or how they got to where they got.
Yeah.
You just might know a little more about what their history is because you've been their friend. It's like,
Yeah.
so if that's true, you not having ever spoken to them, just seen clipped images and reels of them online about whatever they're talking about. You're getting a tiny slice with no context that has nothing to do with anything. You don't know what day it was. You don't know if it was sunny outside. You don't know if they woke up in a great mood, a bad mood. You don't know if their mom just died. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about them in that moment. And I'm getting way off track here, but it's like, I think it has validity because it all comes back to the comparison thing that you're talking about. So if you cannot just look at somebody and go, oh yeah, if you think you know why they're successful or must be great or this is why that happened and that's why I would never be able to do it. It must be nice. If you're thinking that, that's just a mechanism to avoid having to confront the truth about where you're at and what you want to do.
That's a straight comparative energy.
And that's comparative energy. We don't want to do that.
No.
We want to do competitive energy. It's like, if that's a human being, then I can do it too.
Yeah.
Because guess what I am? Yeah. I'm also a human being.
Exactly. Yeah.
Unless you think they're an alien. I don't know.
Yeah. They're a human. I'm a human. They did these things.
Excuse me, sir. Can I check your pulse, please?
Yeah.
Can I take some DNA and get it analyzed? I need to make a decision whether or not I'm good enough to do what you do or not. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. Sorry.
Yeah. You are, but that's okay.
Yeah. I just think about this stuff. Because like I've also, the biggest unlocks in everything in my life and career and business and all that stuff has come from frames of mind and thinking, reframing things.
Absolutely.
I was just talking to my son this morning. He was like, I want to be the best jumper. And I'm like, hell yeah. What do you want to do? And he's like, I can already jump the tallest in my class. Like my feet come this high off the ground when I jump. And I'm like, that's so awesome. And we were talking about what to do to get better at jumping and all this stuff. And then it led to like this like philosophical discussion about the two things in life that are just simply decisions, but everybody hides from them and avoids them in this gobbledygook of mess of mind bullshit that we all carry with ourselves. And he was just listening, and I'm like, this is cool. This is like a dad-son moment here. Like, and I'm like, there's two things, man. Like, either you because he has that feeling inside, right? I want to be the best jumper. And I'm like, great. Make your inputs that you do every day create the outcome of being the best jumper. And I said, because there's only two decisions you can make in your life. One is, I feel like doing this thing and getting this outcome. So one is make the decision to do it, or change your expectations and your desires to get rid of that. Because if you don't do the thing to get there, you'll always think about wanting to get there, and it'll fuck your life up.
Yeah, so because it's because you'll always be disappointed in not reaching the outcome.
That's right.
Even though you didn't do the actions to get there, right? So, because you set that expectation that you wanted to be
that's
there.
Right.
So
and it's comparative and competitive energy.
Yeah. If you're not willing to do the actions to get to the goal, then you need to just
stop wanting it.
Yeah.
And I gave him and he was like, it kind of like clicked at him. He's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. There's degrees to it. You could practice a little bit a day, a lot a day, just work towards it. And you're going to find out that just pursuing it is going to make you pretty happy. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to do it every day. And if you choose to do something else, that's not you stealing from that. There's degrees to which you want to pursue these things. You can become a maniac like your father and choose one thing to do at a time and go all in on it. There's pros and cons to that too, But I told him a story about alcohol and me. I'm like, look, for years I thought, man, this really slows me down. It's cool though. It's kind of fun. It's nice to hang out and drink. What if I didn't drink and I'm hanging out? What would I do? All these arguments and stuff in my head. And it's like, and I'm heavier than I want to be because I drink too much beer, and I'm slower, and I wake up later, and I'm more sluggish, and I don't have the optimal this and that. And we have an episode on this. And when I go deep into the reasons why I decided, but there's two things. Either decide right then and there to make the decision to do the things so that you clear all of this nonsense noise out of your head and this arguing with yourself and all these excuses. And I gave him the example of the alcohol thing. I'm like, I just stopped drinking it because of this. And guess what? I don't argue with myself about, oh, should I have the beer? Oh, tomorrow I'll be a little sluggish if I do 4 of them. Oh, but I'm going to this party. And it's like, all those decisions are predetermined now. I don't drink.
Yeah.
It's
It's
so
because
easy now.
it's because you changed your value system internally, and then you just are rigorous in leading your life according to those
And you
values.
have to protect it, or else you're
Yes.
just going to get into the argument again. If I had a drink today, I would just be thinking all day long tomorrow, shit, I feel bad again. I'm only working my way towards being sluggish again, and blah 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 blah
Hmm.
blah. It's like I just got completely just get rid of it, and
Yeah.
that's extreme. But like I was alluding to earlier, I'm extreme, But you don't have to do that.
Hmm.
But I just
Yeah.
found for myself, and this is just me, that if I did try to do some sort of down regulated, like lesser version of drinking and only do it when you're celebrating, or only do it on your birthday, or only do it on
Yeah.
this day, I found that I had the same outcome and the same arguments and the same
Hmm.
feelings. And so I just said, you know what? You got to make a decision. Either do the
Yeah.
thing that gets you the outcome or stop wanting it. Just accept that being sluggish, overweight, and feeling like shit every once in a while when you overdo it a little bit, just accept that that's the life that you want and move on. And it would have had
Yeah.
the same result in my happiness, the same result across the board. It's just that I'm not okay with that. So I
Yeah.
must align with what I want the outcome to be.
Absolutely.
And, I've done more of the aligning what my life is with the outcome that I want than I have done with just deciding that it's okay not to be or not to do. Like running is a good example. Like for some reason, my whole life I've wanted to just be this awesome runner, right? But like also be big and be able to lift 1,000,000 goddamn pounds. Like, and the two kind of are in opposition to each other.
A little bit.
And
Yeah.
so I'd be working out, building muscle, weighing 210 pounds, and I'm trying to run up a mountain. And it's just my knees hurt. And like, there's things you'd have to overcome. And it's like, but I really want to be a runner, but I also want. So I just said, I'm ditching
Hmm.
this just a year and a half ago. I said, I'm ditching this want to be a runner thing. Why am I holding on to this so much? So I just ditched it. That is one instance where I said, I'm just going to get rid of the desire of wanting to be a runner. And it's
Yeah.
gone. And I don't care.
Yeah.
And I feel great
Yeah.
because I'm not
Absolutely.
always
Yeah.
thinking that, man, I should be on my 5 mile today.
Yeah. I
Nope.
kind of alludes to when people take on too much work, right? That they can't excel in 50 different projects at the same time. You have to just prioritize and execute on a select few things
It's a
and just
fallacy.
be relentless in executing on those things,
Yep.
and then you can move on, right? It's the same thing with like work-life balance, right? There is no work-life balance.
Just horseshit.
You know what I mean? It is you're in a season. All right.
Yeah.
Am I in a season of more work, or am I in a season of more life?
You're going to
Stuff.
expend. I have so many thoughts on that. You're gonna.
I know.
How much energy I used to expend trying to be balanced. God, that was a hard life.
Yeah.
God, that was tough.
Miserable.
Just
Yeah.
decide, do what you
Yeah.
want to do, and the outcomes that you want.
And you will be. And if you align those expectations with yourself first off, but also those around you, then everyone will get behind what you're focused on, right?
Yeah.
So for
so
the younger engineers out there, say you have a new spouse or even a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. If you say, hey, we're in a season of life that we need to focus on excelling in our careers, let's do that. And then you align and you both execute on accomplishing that. Yes, we're not going to hang out, 20 hours a day, but we are going to succeed. And then later, in a later season of our life, we will focus on the family side of things, right? And you're both going to be way more happy, and you're going to find way more success in the things that you are attacking, be it career or not career. Like whatever you're focusing on, you're going to find more success. I mean, shit, if it's just world traveling, just you're going to find more success in it because you're focused on it.
Yes. And there's, of course, two sides to the coin, and there's everything in between, and life is gray. We all get that, but yeah, that is my experience, Steve. That is my experience as well, as that other parts of your life align with the focus that you have, and it rewards you for that focus in ways that you can't think about it rewarding you, because you want to do everything balanced and always, and what everybody in the masses tell you that you should be doing. And when you're not aligned with that, it's an an uphill battle that never ends.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's people that doing that is the desired outcome of their life, and they're very happy with that. It's fine. It's for each individual person, you know. But as far as the impactful engineer, and as far as what we're talking about, and accelerating your career and maximizing certain aspects of your life, the focus wins out.
Yes,
and aligning with your competitive energy definitely wins, or definitely has shown to be the winner in my life. So
yeah, and mine as well. You know, so don't compare yourself and look for what's impossible. You know, be competitive and look for what's possible, and then that's how you will win. All right,
that's it.
That's a wrap, right? So okay, we can close out here. If you did learn something today, or think someone else needs to hear our point of view, please share the show and leave us a review. It's the best way we can continue to grow this podcast and continue to create value and impact for the engineering community. Bye.
Later.